Well, here it is. It's pretty well camouflaged. A lot of deer come down through here. I chased off about 6. There's a bunch that were up on that hill. They're gone now. But there it is. I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of snow on that. Yep, that's true. There's a lot of snow on that. I know what you're also thinking. There's no way to sleep in that. Ah, now there, I think I can help you. I think I can figure that out for you. I'll get rolling here. We're in better shape than I thought. Remember what I said about this straw, in that it will insulate even when it's wet. So even though it's wet and there's snow on it, it'll still insulate. A little bit chilly. So what we'll do is we're gonna get that snow down into the thicker part of things. Oh boy. Yeah. Luckily it stayed nice and cold. We haven't even really lost any loft. So it's fairly dry. There we go. All that snow has filtered down into that wood structure that I built. So let's have a feel. Oh, yeah, a little chilly, but nothing that can't be fixed. So far so good. So far we're I'd say we're winning. I would like, it's nice and thick here. I'd like to build this up a little thicker right here, but you know what? We're not going to find any grass now. Not for a while, so we'll have to do with what we have. This clearly requires an evaluation of the next step. So here's the question. Do we build a canopy to protect from the frost? What happens when you're sleeping out on cold nights like this is that the frost will settle down on you, and that will rob heat away from you through conduction. It's a big deal. Remember, conduction is our main enemy as far as protecting ourselves from the cold. So right now, I would say that the canopy is not the primary thing to go with. I understand why people build a canopy first. I understand the principle behind that. Even on a summer night, people will build a canopy. I've seen in videos, and that kind of brings us to the next subject. The subject is fear. What goes bump in the night is a very real thing. That's a thing to deal with. And so that covering offers some kind of mental protection. It gives you some kind of a mental psychological benefit. Let's put it that way. The more and more time you spend out in the wilderness, the less that becomes an issue. You kind of get used to that. I know that building something over you, if it does give you that psychological benefit, then do it. Great. But remember, it may come at a cost, because your body cannot heat the earth. If you're laying down on the ground, your body will never be able to heat it up. And it will continue to take energy from you until it is heated up. So if you would like my advice, this is the first thing. This is always the first thing. Second thing, I'm going to go with fire in this particular situation. It's going to be cold tonight. I'm guessing around 20 degrees. That's pretty chilly. That's pretty cold. So typically I'd build that fireplace out of stone, and yep, I don't really see that happening. It would take a while to find them. We've got about 6 inches of snow here, and it would take forever to do that. So what I'll do is I'll build the basic structure out of wood, and at some point I will line that with stone, because wood, of course, will catch on fire. Once we get that going, I'm going to cook a little dinner for you, kind of show you how that works. I have other cooking videos, but it'd be nice to do it here. God, it would be nice to find some rocks. I might spend a little bit of time looking for some rocks and just see if there's something like available, sticking up out of the snow. But if not, we'll go back to the original plan. I'll build it out of wood. Yeah, that should work out. That's a good one. I was pulling this rock up. Look what I found buried in it. Perfectly good onion. Save that. Yeah, I'm finding a few rocks. Look at that. Another onion. Put that over there. And look, oh, here's another one. Not a bad find. We've got the basic back of it through here, reflecting the heat back this way. I may build this little wall up a little bit higher. This side over here, just to get the heat to reflect a little bit more, but it might work for tonight anyway. And I've got an air hole out through the back, so we can bring in fresh air, hopefully keep the smoke down, because as I close this up, as I close up those walls, put a top on it, because I'd like to use it as an oven at some point. That air will be able to circulate underneath the fire and through the fire. A little bit easier that way. I'll give it a try. Starting to get a little bit colder. Look at that view. Holy moly. That's a beautiful place. I've actually been up through there probably 5 or 6 times, up into those little tiny canyons. Stunning area up through there, just stunning. A lot of springs, a lot of water. This over here is lower Bartleville Falls. Come across here up into this little canyon. I've been all the way up into here. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool area. Pretty rough area. Pretty exposed, but yeah, it's beautiful up there. Now we'll just use a little bit of our bed. That's one other thing about these beds is, well, about any survival shelter actually, is that every single one of them is basically a timber bundle. So, gotta be really careful with fire. This is still a little bit damp. Always keep one of these in your pocket. Always, always, always. Have to let that warm up and let it evaporate some of the water on that, because everything's got water on it, even the dry stuff's damp. All had snow on it at some point. Just relight that. Fire feels pretty good. My olive oil is freezing. Pretty much everything's freezing. It's starting to turn off pretty cold right now. My gloves are frozen. There we go. Always keep some olive oil with you. Normally I have quite a bit of wild game, but my freezer died and wrecked all of my meat. I had some good stuff in there, so I'm gonna cook pork chop for you.